Welcome back into the Banshee Cup Group A for our playoff weekend. Tomorrow will be Group B, and we're here in the upper bracket final. Winner of this punches their ticket to the playoffs next weekend, all best of fives. Today's matches are all best threes. Tomorrow's matches are all best threes. So the winner of this, which we have Bathrobe and Bratwurst on the left-hand side and Abusive Support Harassment on the right, winner of this goes to the qualified section, as I mentioned. Loser drops down to the lower bracket final and has one more opportunity to go to the playoffs, as this is double elimination bracket. This is map number 1 in this best of 3 series, Alterac Pass. We'll have first pick priority going over to the side of Bathrobe and Bratwurst. This means the map choice comes out from Abusive Support Harassment. This is the Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the series. There is a bounty going on for these games, meaning that if specific heroes are picked and won with, there's some extra cash for these teams. There's also composition-based stuff, so like all Diablo heroes is a bounty, Juice Pirates, Healerless Comps, Evolve Monstrosity Abathur, but that's not going to be the case here in map number 1. Bans at the top of the screen don't add to the ban list, only heroes that are picked and played, so Blaze will be unavailable for future maps in this best of 3 series, as he is first picked here in map number 1, so he'll only be played here. If you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to follow the stream. Costs us $0. We do a lot of great content here. We stream 6 days a week. We have a lot of fun, active engagement, and as I said, we do a lot of cool stuff. So be sure to follow here. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can go to the YouTube page. Every little bit helps. And all YouTube VODs for the Banshee Cup have spoiler-free additional time. So all best of 3s from today and tomorrow from Group A and B will be 1 hour and 30 minutes, regardless of how many maps are played, so that way you don't know how the results of the series went, and you're forced to watch more YouTube content from my channel. Alright, that's that. I think we've gotten through all the explanations. Blaze will be the first pick for Bathrobe and Bratwurst. Hogger Muradin. Do like the Hogger for Abusive Support Harassment. They're going to be able to spin through that camp quite effectively. We do have the Blaze Tyrael Tracer, so we got a menagerie of different heroes from different realms, so we're not going to see any sort of like all Diablo, all Alliance, or anything like that. Is it Tyrande time? I hope so. It was that long now? Yeah, September of 2020 is when, yeah, August, September of 2020 is when the first season of CCL kicked off. 3.5 years ago at this point. Or so. Give or take some months. It's kind of wild if you think about it. That was so long ago. Yeah. I was still an engineer back then. That was when I was still working full-time as an engineer, and I was doing CCL stuff. And I, no joke, the longest I went without a day off, because I would do like CCL stuff on Saturday, Sunday, then I'd work Monday through Friday. I remember I worked 60 days in a row. It was like plus 60 days between CCL, weekends, and my job as an engineer. I literally worked 60 days in a row between those two jobs without a singular day off. And I didn't complain one time about it, because I was able to eventually transition into this. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, we keep full-time streaming, we have a good time. We are going to be celebrating 3 years full-time streaming and 3 years partner on Twitch at the end of March. I had to delay out my subathon because I have a spine injury currently. So hopefully we'll be healed by the end of March, or at least in a better place where I can sit for 18 hours and do a fun subathon. Dude, I want to do the subathon so bad. There's so many fun games that I planned. So many fun games, so much fun stuff. Li Ming, Malfurion, Tracer, Tyrael, and Blaze. Okay, so there's nothing bounty-wise for this. This is just literally Bathrobe and Bratwurst. They just want to win map 1. They're like, we're going to put together a good composition. We're going to put something together that wins, and yeah. They've already got one bounty finished out today in the Healerless comp. We have a Hanzo last pick on the right. So we've got Shimada Bros. I mean, it's a good draft from both sides, but Bathrobe and Bratwurst, they've kind of got everything they've wanted. I mean, Ultralisk had a pop-off Li Ming earlier. It's Dino Tracer. Hazuab's just on whatever he wants, you know? No Tyrande, though. Unfortunately, no Tyrande for Kaimo Tripson. So, let's start up a prediction. Which team wins Alterac Pass? How did your appointment on Thursday go with the surgeon? Pretty good. We have a game plan established of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And we also have plan B and C. So current plan right now is I finish out the current oral steroid that I'm on. I'll finish that out tomorrow. And then I go back to taking Celebrex twice a day, breakfast and dinner. I continue doing physical therapy and try and get into a stronger, healthier place via physical therapy stretches and exercises. In 2 to 3 weeks, if I'm not doing better, we're going to then move into a local injection into the disc that I have that's bulging. So it's going to be a steroid shot, essentially, into my back in the direct area. And that is, that potentially could be the answer. And if that doesn't work, then we are going to be looking at surgery. But the surgeon says ultimately it's up to me. She doesn't think that on the current trajectory I'm at that I need surgery. And she'd actively like it if I, and she was even saying, the PA, physician's assistant, she was saying that this is a longer road when it comes to recovery for physical therapy and stuff, but it's healthier in the long run because I'm not going into surgery. Surgery and pain pills is a quick answer, but this is down the road. If I can regain the strength, if I can put the disc into a good spot, because it did herniate, rupture, bulge. And apparently those are all kind of the same thing. But it is relaxing back into a fine place. So if I can heal it via physical therapy and non-narcotic drugs, I will. And that's the game plan. Anyways, all that aside, we've got 10 players in this game. I would introduce them, but I rambled about my spine injury, so go ahead and get your gambles in, chat. There's a Malfurion, Li Ming, Tyrael, Tracer, Blaze versus a Genji, Hogger, Muradin, Hanzo, and Anduin. Alrighty, Muradin is going to go into Perfect Storm level 1. Okay. Perfect Storm level 1 for Muradin, so probably Sledgehammer level 4? Probably? Because, I mean, it's more cooldown reduction, and cooldown reduction allows you to throw out Storm Bolts, which... If you get a kill within, what is it, 3 seconds? 3 seconds of landing a Stormbolt, you get 10 stacks, so not bad. See, what do we got here? 54,000 on Bathrobe and Bratwurst and 0 on our abusive support harassment. 40k on Butt. Oh, we got it. All right, we got odds. I love to see it. Thank you. Much appreciated, chat. Gamble's still going for another 30 seconds or so from when you're hearing this. Until then, let's take a look and see what our mid lane engagement looks like. Hazuabs with some oil slicks. Pulse Bomb connects onto onto Hanzo. And first kill picked up by Ultralisk. Nicely done on this Li Ming. Hogger in top lane gets a wave. Genji in bottom does the same. But this is a more siege to be had from the side of Bathrobe and Bratwurst. Sounds like a good plan. Conservative treatment is good. Setting best. Yeah. I was even pushing for physical therapy as the direction. I personally think that with physical therapy, with good exercises, with good exercises from the physical therapist, with good, I keep wanting to say the word practice, but utilizing these exercises as they're prescribed or needed is also huge. So yeah, I'm just trying to ease into it. I'm just trying to ease back into it. So this morning I did like 1 set of some of the exercises. After stream, I'm gonna take Bandit for a walk and then do more of the exercises, stretch myself out. Then I'll go get pizza and get Bandit food from the dog store. Masquerade, a little too deep over here on the right hand side, will be taken down. You got some death timer reduction off of the Anduin, so there's that. Pop goes the hand soap. Tracer in bottom lane, trying to take down my try, won't be able to do so. Alright, with that channel, I think I can throw out my teabag here. Hanzo is able to get a kill on Tracer here. Hanzo's able to get a kill, and Tracer in the mid-rotation. Blaze Jet Propulsion is going to be denied by the sidewall. Hanzo scatters great into Malfurion. Li Ming is going to try and take down the Anduin, will be able to do so. Now Hopaka's in a precarious position, as that is a traded moment. I was like, wait, is it 2 for 2? And yeah, it's just low death timers. Tracer's already back on the battleground. Bish. Muradin. I gotta be honest, I'm like blown away that abusive support harassment did not put Bish on Hanzo. That's actually like wild to me. Oh, sorry, the easy throw dynamite on the kill on Li Ming was kind of funny. Hogger, spin off the wall. He's near Anduin. I think Leap of Faith is off cooldown, it is. Okay, so Hogger gets the kill. The objective phase goes over to the side of abusive support harassment. Kind of surprising. Oh, wait, bottom lane. Tracer gets the recall, and she'll die. Tracer will be picked off in bottom lane. Malfurion is going to throw some Moonfires here. Hogger's still pushing up top. Bottom lane with a decent wave and the objective at around, let's say 25%. Wow, I gotta be honest, Bathroom Bratwurst looking real human here. Muradin is just... Oh, wait, hold on. Good light bomb. Good Dragon's Arrow into light bomb. X-Strike. Ultralisk is taken down. Masquerade picked off on the low side of our lane here. 20, 19, 17, 16. So you got like 2 or so seconds off of that death timer. And rather bloody game. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. We've had some pretty good games so far today. But abusive support harassment seems to have found the Achilles heel of Bathroom Bratwurst. Oh. That's a death in top lane. No boss trade, though. And this boss in bottom, by the way, is knocking on a keep front gate. Mid lane wave is pretty decent, but Muradin and friends will clear that out. Oh, Tens are here. Pulse Bomb, Sticky Bomb upgrade, Bunker drop, Sanctification. We've got a Wave of Force and also Tranquility, Malfurion. On the opposing side, we already saw the X-Strike, a Shockwave for the Hog. Oh, they're going double boss, and this is seen, right? Hanzo, I think Muradin rotate. Yeah, Hanzo's trajectory is readable. They have to know that the enemy's on boss. Okay, Blaze clearing bottom. Tracer and friends will show mid, but it's whatever because they're currently focused on taking down the last 25% over here. Hogger finishes this out, so they'll lose a little bit of damage onto their mid lane fort. Blizzard needs to delete Overwatch, but then how will they sell more loot boxes? How will they sell their $60 skins, chat? Dino wants the kill. The X-Strike is forced out. Tracer recalls away. On the left-hand side, though, Masquerade is still brawling out over here. By the way, we did not get Sledgehammer level 4. Hanzo's Dragon Arrow does not get the connection they were hoping for. Sanctification comes down from the tier. There's a Leap of Faith onto the Muradin, who did activate his avatar. Spin from Hogger canceled early. Boss in top lane, by the way, is going to get a fort here. I can't wait for Blizzard to announce their $60 DLC. Dude, you know what's going to happen, chat? Blizzard is going to announce a $60 to $90 DLC for Diablo 4, and you know what the conversation is going to be? Man, From Software released their DLC for $40 and it's more content and better. I'm so many eggs in the basket on Elden Ring DLC. Like, I have not been so pumped for a game in a long time. I actually, the level of excitement for the Elden Ring DLC rivals my excitement for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. It honestly does. Like, 8 new weapons versus Tifa and Aerith on a beach? It's pretty close. It's pretty comparable. 8 new weapon types, but then there's also Aerith and Tifa on a beach. So, excuse me. Blaze is gonna go ahead and jet propulsion in. We have the Tyrael throwing a Sanctification or a Aldruin's Might back. The objective phase is canceled at 1.2 seconds. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. That's a reset for Li Ming. Ultralisk goes in. That's a light bomb, though. Can Genji get some decent damage? Take down, make a trade. Dino gets the channel, uninterrupted. That doesn't seem close at all. No, I really do feel like there's gonna be a hard comparison between like Elden Ring DLC and the Diablo DLC when it comes to like content and what you get out of it. I really do feel like the Elden Ring DLC is gonna be wildly good.
Get ready to stop their raiders.
Stormbolt onto Hazuabs, who pops the Pyromania. The objective phase will go over to the side of abusive support harassment. A beautiful sanctification on the ground, and Bish is going to be able to dwarf toss to supply some to sustain a little bit longer in the fight, but it's not going to be enough. He will go down. Genji, though, chasing in. They want to try and take down Hazuabs, maybe make a trade happen. Tyrael will be picked off. He's going to get 3 or so seconds off his death timer. Death Knight pops the Tranquility. Light Bomb into the backline onto 2. X-Strike marks the target, and Malfurion will fall. Ultralisk with 180-something HP is forced to go into the Hall of Storms, but this is still Alterac Pass, 10 minutes in. Maybe they get a keep here, but it's definitely not game over. Oh, what's going on over here, Dino? Raiding some space. What if it's Tifa and Aerith on a beach with 8 new weapons? Well, 8 new weapons are nice, but this is 8 new weapon types are being added to Elden Ring. It's types. So, who knows how much that's going to add in. I'm mostly excited for that Kung Fu, that martial arts. Whatever they're doing with martial arts, I'm so excited about it.
You'll never get me out of this bunker.
There's going to be some Twin Blades as well. It's going to be over chat. We're going to get the Twin Blade. We'll play, oh my god, what's the name of the song that I played during Dark Souls 2? Oh my god, I'm blanking on the Twin Blade song we played. Anyways, From Software makes their game for actual games. Blizzard makes their game for live service. Oh no, you do make a good point. I mean, there is like the PvP stuff in Elden Ring and FromSoft games, but I don't think that's like as like, I'm sure it's a bit popular, but I'm sure the excitement for it dropped down a month or so after like the Coliseum DLC stuff released. Jet propulsion to get away. That's a huge Dragon's Arrow. Sanctification coming down from the Tyraels. We also have the bunker activated with the Blaze. We have Li Ming, the first one to be picked off as the bottom lane boss is pushing in. Death timer's 40 seconds right now. Hazuab's jet propulsion's towards the mid lane keep. A staggering blow into Death Knight. Genji going in, trying to take down Masquerade. And the bosses arrived at the bottom lane at Vandar Stormpike. Are they trying to end with only 1 keep down? This could go completely sideways. Hogger's gonna tank a tower shot. No! Hogger tanks 2 tower shots! The Nexus forces take him down. The boss is being cleared out. Vandar Stormpike is not losing a whole lot of HP. And this is a failed attempt and a lost mid lane keep, I do believe. What's up, God of Twinkies?
More of our soldiers have been taken.
Oh, that's a lot more tea in that than I anticipated. You lose your Hogger, you lose your mid lane keep, and you get relatively no wow, that is a massive bummer for abusive support harassment. How's the streamer doing? I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. I think the best way to correlate is I'm still in some pain, but I've shifted from pain to discomfort. Like it's like 80-20. It's like 80% discomfort, 20% pain. Versus like a week or so ago, the idea of sitting in a chair was excruciating. And when I say excruciating, it was to the point where I was just absolutely miserable. I didn't want to exist anymore. It was that level of pain. But we're healing, we're doing our best. The lower spine injury is, knock on wood, on a healthy trajectory right now, and fingers crossed it stays that way. Doing my best to move good, exercise a little bit, not overdo it. Chastise connects onto Hazuabs. Masquerade trying to get the channel. Pulse Bomb onto Maitri. Oh, that's a good jet propulsion. Reset for Li Ming. Shockwave into the flank from Hogger. But is it going to be enough to save? Sanctification comes down. Hopok is the one to go down as well. And Ultralisk is looking to mop up this fight.
Double kill. Triple kill.
As Muradin, the lone defender, is going to be working his way back, and this is going to be now another attempt for a singular or a Oh no, this might be actually game. Root and
Team kill!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
so pain dropped from an 8 to a 4. The pain was at a 9 or a 10, dude. The pain was literally like I was either screaming in pain or crying in pain, and it was really bad because it's nerve pain. Like, it shoots all the way down your leg and stuff like that. The worst is behind the knee. That one, that's where I still have that's where most of my pain is still located, is behind the knee. That spot just hurts so bad. And I think that one really, that's the one that's going to take the longest to kind of get back to normal, outside of obviously the bulging disc that needs to kind of be healed back into position. Which team wins Alterac Pass? It was Bathrobe and Bratwurst. They pop off at the end and they take the map number 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Murloc mains and Cho'Gall champions, to the upper bracket final matchup between Bathrobe and Bratwurst and sorry, drank way too much tea too fast. Bathrobe and Bratwurst and Abusive Support Harassment. Winner of this qualifies for next week's playoff bracket playoff games. Loser is going to drop down to the lower bracket final and has one more chance to punch their ticket, because we have one more best of 3 after this. So if Bathrobe and Bratwurst win, they have confirmed. It'll be the first confirmed team in the playoff bracket. This is the Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3. There are no tournament baseline bans. There is a bounty system, so there's some unique heroes to be encouraged to be played, or even unique heroic or talent picks. So you could see Twin Blade variants. Now, if you take Twin Blade variants, you have to win with it as well. Monstrosity Abathur is another one of those talent selected ones. Butcher, Asmodan, Murky, Valera. Those are like you have to pick that hero and win with it. There's also composition based stuff like all Diablo based heroes, all Overwatch heroes, all Alliance draft, all Horde draft. So stuff like that. There's a healerless bounty, as well as a Juice Pirates. Garden of Terror map number 2 in this best of 3 series. Medivh banned away. Is this an early Vikings for Hazuobs? Do we get an early Abathur? I don't hate the idea of an early Abathur here immediately. I really don't hate it on a map like this. And if they wanted to do the bounty, they could, or Hazuobs could just play Abathur regularly. Why am I drinking more tea? I don't even like this. I got some perfectly mint tea, and I just don't care for the flavor right now. I went from drinking, like, lemon lift black tea to this mint tea, and it's like, don't like the change. I'll grab a soda water after this game. That's what we'll do. I just want some, like, good flavor, and this is not hitting. It's not slapping the way I want it to slap. So they, what do they get for completing a bounty? So every bounty, I believe, is worth $50, and that adds to the total of your team's prize winnings. So let's say in theory, Abusive Support Harassment, they lose out today and they're dropped out of the tournament, but they hit 2 bounties. That means they get $100. So the bounty is a way to incentivize. Okay, that's not surprising. The bounty is a way to incentivize unique hero picks and drafts, while also benefiting the players as well. But the thing is, you have to win with these unique hero picks or drafts. It's not like, oh, you drafted Abathur, you played Monstrosity, here's $50. No. It's you gotta win with it as well. We've had a couple bounties attempted today. We've had a couple bounties finished today. We'll see how all this works. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very interesting. I don't believe bounties can be repeated though by a team. So like if you do Abathur Evolve Monstrosity, if you do Abathur Evolve Monstrosity, you can't, like, do it again in the next best of 3 you're doing to get another $50. Like, the bounties can only be claimed once per team. Per team and by team? Yeah, probably, yeah. Because it's not like someone did the Abathur Monstrosity, so now no one can do it. It's like, it's still open and available. There's a bounty list per team. Anyways, the Anubarak is banned away. We will see Kerrigan removed as well. Okay. Garden of Terror. They are set up for a Cho'Gall composition on Bathrobe and Bratwurst if they want to try for the Cho'Gall. And I will say this, Cho'Gall with the Ultimate Evolution and the Volatile Mutation level 10, 16, and then you also have the Evolutionary Link level 20 is insane. Like, Cho'Gall Abathur had is actually really, really, really good.
The wait is over.
We actually tried to run it one time with Laura, Justing, and I for Please Try This at Home, and we kept winning so quickly we couldn't actually get to level 20. Now, granted, this is Laura and Justing playing Cho'Gall, and I was just playing Abathur, so Laura and Justing were hard carrying me. But either way, last two picks coming out from the side of Bathrobe and Bratwurst. Are they going to go for a bounty, or are they just going to play simple and look for the victory here and qualify for that bracket next weekend? Okay. Nothing crazy unique. They're just going to go for a simple composition that they feel like they can win with. Johanna, Sylvanas, Stukov, Cassia. Needs some more frontline into this. I don't hate the idea of a stab. Ooh.
Hatred is unending.
Alright. Illidan to be picked up. You miss driving the Garden Terror? Back in my day, it was a vehicle. Oh, all right. Excuse me. Let's get into it. Mei is a good hero. She can be. Oh, it is going to be such an early night for me, chat. Oh, God, it's going to be such an... I'm already yawning. I'm already exhausted. It's going to be an early night for me. Ran a game with the Warwick where he played Cho'Gall and boosted him and it was ugly in the team. Nicely done. You gotta force the enemy into defeat.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
All right. Bathrobe and Bratwurst on the left-hand side. Ultra is playing Samuro, Death Knight on the Rhaegar, Hazuabs to play Abathur, Dino Falstad, and Masquerade Mei. Over on the right, it is a Ren Stukov, Mai Cassia, Mai Tri Johanna, Hopaka to play Illidan, and Bish will be your Sylvanas for the side of abusive support harassment.
The gates shall open in 10 seconds.
Q build Falstad.
5, 4, 3.
Ooh, sorry, I got like this crazy wave of nausea. Just
Let the battle
trying to let
begin.
that subside before I talk too much because it is. Oh, it's rough on the tummy today. I don't know why. Unless I don't know, we're just feeling crazy nausea. Granted, I'm probably hungry, and I've just put a lot of caffeine in my body, so that's probably the reason for it. But either way, focusing in on the game, we have all of our players into respective lanes already. We'll start up our gamble in just a moment. Wave Illusion for the Samuro, Q build Falstad. Illidan's gonna go Battered Assault level 1. We've got Q build on the Cassie with the Thunder Stroke. Alright, gamble's up and available. Who's gonna win Garden of Terror? Mei gets the icing onto Cassia. Bit of burst damage onto Dino, actually. Johanna's rotated down here, just chilling in the bush just above to anchor. Illidan soaking mid. Mei throws down the Blizzard. Masquerade low here, does go down. First blood over to the side of abusive support harassment, who have the Black Arrows active from Sylvanas and will be able to push them through this bottom lane fort front gate and deal permanent damage. Now, no Mule, we don't have level 7, so taking down a fort this early on could be huge, but there's no minion wave. John's got to tank a couple tower shots here. Doesn't really want to do that. A lurking arm thrown out by our Stukov. Just checking into top lane really quickly. Illidan managing as Hazuabs is soaking up the mid lane with that Abathur hat. 12,000 to 8,000. We got odds. So the bottom lane fort does not go down. Sylvanas Black Arrows just now coming off of cooldown, so they could look for another pressure into that. Hold on in the bottom lane. Bish is taking tons of damage onto the Sylvanas, and she will go down. Kill over to the side of Bathrobe and Bratwurst as they pressure onto Cassia. She throws one more Lightning Fury back, and 11 stacks on the Thunderstroke, not too bad. That is going to be biotic armor for the Stukov because they changed the icon for some weird reason. Not too sure about why, but they did. Illidan with Thirsting Blade here. Okay. But there is Adrenal Overload for that Samuro. He gets the hat. Couple Spine Needles thrown out. Invade onto the camp. Johanna's got a big subdue. No subdone, though. Only 3 heroes hit. Masquerade is going to get chunked down. And the camp is invaded and stolen away. Abusive support harassment with a really strong lead here in map number 1. Or map number 2, sorry. They're looking for that map 3. They do not want this to be a quick 2-0. Icing in. May throws the Blizzard down as well as a Slush Ball. Or the Snowball. Slush Ball level 7 does have that structure lockdown for, how long is it? 3 seconds. It's actually a decent amount of time. Bottom lane fort still being chipped away at here. Abathur doesn't have level 7, so there's no mule to call down. Icing from May, denied by a condemn of Johanna. This Cassia, 22 stacks, 3 minutes in on her Lightning Stroke. How much scaling is that for Cassia? 48 damage on top of the 200, so she's got 569 damage. Nicely done. Alright. Managed to get the mute before the sneeze hit me. Ah, the allergies have been bad today, man. So Ultralisk is... he's got to get out of here. Dino's actually rotated in as well. Hopaka's getting chunked quite quickly. Illidan's going to try and heal through this. He's going to dive over the wall. That's a very... oh, Fulstead! Fulstead tried to chase in. He's going to go down. Samuro picked off as well. What in the hell is happening here in map number 2? Is Illidan the answer to Samuro? Unbound, by the way, after Sweeping Strike goes over, after hitting 15 heroes with Sweeping Strike, gain a secondary charge. With that Growing Infestation, Phantom Pain for the Samuro. Mule is active for our Abathur. I'm just looking to see if he had that in bottom lane. Doesn't look like it. Not sure if he actually called down Mule yet. Illidan's pushing top lane. We still, by the way, have not had anyone go for the objective. It's been up for 2 minutes. As it was announced at the 2-minute mark, up for contest at 2 minute 30. Little poke from Hammering right there. Stukov is going to spread that healing pathogen. And Mule's called down for bottom lane fort. The minion wave is available. They want to push in for this. And 10 talent here, almost here. Let's cycle through those other numbers. Sylvanas. Black arrows up and available. Tower shots are being shut down. Blizzard zones her away. Lurking Arm from Stukov does the same. Haunting Wave, no reactivation on the teleport. Keeping those black arrows onto the fort right now as it does expire. Rhaegar jumps in with a bite on the butt, and Mai Trai takes a hammering to the heel. Meanwhile, Illidan and Samuro still brawling out. This objective phase hasn't even been looked at by either team as the sappers are still up and available. Illidan looking to get out of here, and he is able to do so. 10 talent here. Ball Lightning, Wailing Arrow, Blessed Shield, Massive Shove. What are we getting from Illidan? Is it going to be a hunt or a meta game?
Red team has destroyed.
Bottom fort has been removed. Masquerade unsure of whether or not to Hearth in mid lane after finding no advantage in the game. Snowball thrown out here and there for some blinds. Bless Shield from the Johanna is activated onto the May. She pops the Cryo Freeze, Lurking Arm underneath all of that. Samuro's done with his Way of Illusion level 1, as you saw on the left-hand side of your screen, up against this Illidan, who's going to heal off of that. Illidan's still holding level 10. It's going to be Illusion Master, Ancestor Healing, Ultimate Evolution. No, it's Monstrosity! Evolve Monstrosity for Hazuabs here in bottom lane. All right, they want the bounty. Ice Wall from May, Gust from Falstead. Illidan still holding 10. He's gonna go meta. He's got his Unbound. He's got that secondary charge. He's got the meta. Hazuabs is gonna have the monstrosity bottom lane. Let's take a look at the stats on this bad boy. So currently 18 stacks out of the 40. That's why this is a new UI thing added in, so you can see how many. And this is actually something that's visible to the enemy team as well. So if you go into quick match and the enemy team does play Ultimate Evolution Abathur, you can see when you hit tab how many stacks that monstrosity has, and you can see right now dealing sub 200 damage. Not too bad. How much HP was on that Monstro? 3k. So monstrosity pushes bottom lane. Hazuab's doing his best to micro and macro at the same time. Oh, no! Hazuab's not like this! Illidan will be traded. Ball lightning from Cassia takes down the Falstad, but the tower shots and Rhaegar take down Cassia. It's a 2-for-2 so far. The massive shove pushes Samuro into the fort front gate, but he's going to swap to a different mirror image and chase down Johanna, trying to slow down the enemy. The Haunting Wave gets this Sylvanas out. So it's a 2-for-2, but man, oh man. Taking down Hazuabs there on Abathur is rough. Or I guess maybe it's really, really nice for the side of abusive support harassment. You know, it's a nice bolster in well, experience, one thing, but two, it's also going to be a little bit of a, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Morale booster. Killing Medivh, killing Abathur, killing a Vala with auto attack stacks, it's so rewarding. And I want to talk about rewards right now because that was the first seed being picked up 8 minutes and 41 seconds in. So that seed was sitting there for like 6 minutes straight, uncontested. First objective finally channeled, 3 to 5 in kills, favoring abusive support harassment. The Wind Runner from Sylvanas. That's the double wind, or the Haunting Wave, Sweeping Strike. Elusive Strike, Sweeping Strike reduces the cooldown of evasion by 3 seconds every time it damages an enemy hero. And as I mentioned, we have that Sweeping Strike secondary charge from the Unbound. Illidan's working on this camp. Falstad's rotating up. He's going to use a mirror image to jump away. Team fight to break out. Abathur, 6 seconds on his Evolved Monstrosity. That's a really good lurking arm. Gust from Falstad, and Abathur is able to take down Illidan, but you can't be too upset about the fact that you just got a double kill off the Rhaegar May, and another seed is going to be spawning. Yeah, that's a really good position for abusive support harassment, who locked down the towers with Sylvanas Black Arrows. Monstro in bottom lane being pulled back. Stacking on that, currently 0. It looks like it just got spawned in that lane.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
So, more camps for top lane. Cassia starts working on objectives. Stukov should get the channel. Maybe Falstad with a delay. One delay, a little bit of stackage for Dino right there. The fight does stall out with a Cassia caught inside the ice wall. Her heel caught there for a second. Abathur is going to use Monstrosity to try and manage the top lane while Samuro pushes up bottom. Black Arrow's activated by Sylvanas. Ultralisk on the right-hand side. The Gust from the Falstad pushes back the enemy, but now Ultralisk is able to move his mirror images away with that Illusion Master level 10. Mule called down for mid lane. Ultimate Evolution, 25 stacks. Or excuse me, Evolved Monstrosity, 26 and rising stacks in that top lane. Almost fully stacked up over there. I'll just take a look really quickly and see what the scaling on this lad is looking like. Almost 4k HP, almost, actually over 250 auto attack damage. Mule in mid lane is going to get some value, but it's not going to save the mid lane fort. And abusive support harassment have peeled back the defensive layers of the tier 1 structures from Bathrobe and Bratwurst, as there's the timer completed, 11 minute 13, but that's obviously, if it dies, it'll be completable again. Is there a way for me to check? Does he have Burrow available on this thing? Yeah, he does. Is it out? It is. It goes down to bottom lane and continues pressuring. Nicely done from Hazuabs. He'll let that minion wave arrive, get a little bit of healing from Carapace. He's going to swap over here. Falstad goes down. May picked off as well. And they may have picked off more than they can chew. Get it, chat? Because her name is May? Oh, Illidan top lane. He's got Metamorphosis if he wants to use it as a disengage tool. Oh, it's a short distance teleport. He's going to use that. Yep. Earthgrass Totem slows, but he's going to dive away. Samuro's still trying to chase in. He does have the Envenom Spikes and the Merciless Strike, so that 16 talent tier spike is big, but this is Garden Terror to the side of Abusive Support Harassment as they will move in through mid lane. Samuro doing his best to defend. He gets the Apather Hat and going to swap to another Mirror Image in the mid here. 9 killed to 4. Abusive Support Harassment in the lead in that department. We also have the Blaze of Azzinoth for our Illidan. We'll take a look at that in a bit here as the siege continues. This could be Abusive Support Harassment setting up for a map number 3. We gotta get through these, at least one of these keeps. Bottom lane is pushing in, but it's cleared out quite quickly. Mid lane is on a keep, but it's already down to about 10% HP. Top lane is fairly healthy. Icewell from the Mei. That's a Gust from Falstad as well. Unfortunately, there's just not enough to find anything beyond the combo of Heroic and the combo of Heroics. Please explain the joke. Okay, so the character's name is Mei, and there's this thing in the English language called homophones, where things kind of sound the same. So I was using the English language homophone to be able to make a joke that Mei's name kind of sounds like the word may. Like maybe. I hope you now understand Ektar and Stark. Everyone knows the best way to enjoy comedy is to explain it to the point of nauseum. You want to explain any joke thoroughly so everyone gets it. It's the best form of comedy. 72 stacks on our Falstad right now as Abusive Support Harassment are looking to push in onto this bottom lane keep with a decent... No, they just got to camp in a wave. Okay. Alpaca, and he's able to jump over to this minion, or this camp. And seems like Abusive Support Harassment, they're just going to wait for these 20s to come through. This is a new monstrosity, so you see the scaling is back 13, 14. Since it was cleared out in the bottom lane earlier on. 74 stacks, by the way, for the Cassia. What is her scaling at on this at this point in the game? 126 plus 346 as it jumped up right there. So she's dealing in the ballpark of about 10,000 damage per Q. Infinite Ball Lightning, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be the Super Strain. Nope, top off Super Strain 16. I always mix those two up. We have the Illidan going into the Demonic form. Permanently remain in Demonic form. Metamorphosis also increases attack speed by 20%, reduce the duration of stuns, roots, and slows by 50%. Illidan can now mount in Demonic form. And we have that finished out. Johanna being pressured in the bottom. Cassia just trying to finish up this camp before Samuro invades onto it. Bolt of the Storm Sylvanas. Actually, Johanna's holding level 20. Is she going to go indestructible? Or is she just Radiating Faith? Actually, she could go Blinded by the Light. She could look for that Storm Shield. A lot of really good options for Johanna at this level 20. She's going to go Radiating Faith. Okay. Samuro, doing Samuro things bottom lane. And Abusive Support Harassment. They got half a level to go of a lead. What are they going to do with this? Mid keep is being muled back up. Cassia trying to poke here and there. Black Arrow's activated by the Sylvanas. Big condemn from the Johanna, almost grabbing Dino. Ball lightning from the Cassia does go out, and she's getting decent... Oh, she doesn't get that much cooldown on it. Still 34 seconds to go. Mid keep will fall. Bottom lane fort to be traded. Samuro's able to get that. Sylvanas uses possession in the top lane to grab a few more minions to bolster this push onto this keep as well. Blizzard underneath that Ice Wall from Mei. No level 20, no shatter value. This keep is looking like it's going to be falling here. Mid camp is pushing in. If Abusive Support Harassment can find a couple kills, they're going to be able to take this map number 2. Dino is getting chunked as well. Evolve Monstrosity is not going to get a victory today so far. Another Evolve Monstrosity bounty attempted and unfortunately failed. There's no way you save this right here, right now. GG, well played. We're going to map 3, chat. Abusive Support Harassment. Nicely done. All right, at this time, we'll go ahead and run our block of ads and get ready for map number 3. Very well done. Abusive support harassment. They pushed us into map 3, showing that bathrobe and bratwurst can bleed. If abusive support harassment do win this map here, they will qualify for the playoff next weekend, and that will be bathrobe and bratwurst who need to actually play another best of 3 to potentially qualify. So we're going to go ahead and see what the players want to do here. We're just waiting for a map choice or first pick choice, and then we'll go from there. Battlefield, Dragons, Shire, Sky Temple, Team of the Spider Queen are still up and available. A lot of good maps for choice, but as we go ahead and cycle, or as we jump out of our stats here, let's go ahead and cycle through the... Not cycle, sorry. Let's go ahead and run our block of ads and get those out of the way before we get into map number 3. 14-3. There's 47 inches of snow planned over 4 days from Thursday to Sunday. So that is just under 4 feet of snow. For our European friends, that is roughly 118 centimeter of snow in 4 days. That's a lot of snow. I'm worried about that Friday 22 inches because that's when the trees, like 22 inches, there's going to be a point in the day when you're getting over an inch or over 2.5 cm per hour. Like that's when it's like calming down. So definitely I need to stock up this week. I definitely need to stock up. I need to make sure I have gas, food, power outage food. Chest looter, you're here. I've been waiting all day for you. Just for you. Let's go. Weather is a roller coaster. Ravaging my sinus. Yeah, the storms and stuff have made my allergies pretty bad. What's up, Foo Fighter? What's up, Master Adam? Even for me living in Quebec, that's a good amount. I live in a ski town in the United States. Chess! Channel points! I made it just for you. I literally made it just for you last night. You've been making enchiladas? That's a fair excuse. It's a very fair excuse. Oh man, enchiladas sound great, but I'm getting pizza today. Alright, so Medivh, Maev are banned away. It's almost 70 on Tuesday. Oh my god, that's insanely hot. That's so hot! That's so warm for February, man. 70 is like...
My back. Oh, my back. My back.
Is it gonna go once more? Please won't.
My back. Oh, my back.
Oh god. Alright, yeah. I thought about not having him hit the car, but I thought that was just so funny of just like it's an alert that comes out of nowhere. The hitting the car is the best part, man. That kills me. Oh, thank you, Chess Looter, for the recommendation, man. It's so loud, but I love it.
My back.
Oh god. Alright, well we're here into Team of the Spider Queen, map number 3 of this best of 3 series here in the upper bracket final. Winner goes to the playoffs next weekend. Loser has to play another best of 3. Up next to potentially go to the playoffs next weekend. Garrosh and Junkrat for Team of the Spider Queen on the right hand side. Kerrigan, Leoric, Brightwing. That's a Cho'Gall comp right there. That is such a Cho'Gall composition right there. I love how loud the hitting the... Yeah, you know what's funny? I didn't adjust the audio. I didn't adjust the audio for the car hit. That's just how loud it is when I made the clip. Which makes it so perfect, in my opinion. Because it's so loud, it's gonna catch me off guard all the time, and I'm gonna get scared by it. Cho'Gall. I see 3 heroes. I see Cho'Gall. I mean, think about it, Chad. It actually works out pretty good. It's not that bad of a draft with a Cho'Gall, but we shall see. Garrosh, Junkrat on the right-hand side. What do they want to grab? Need a healer. I wouldn't mind some sort of siege or a little extra wave clear. Like, Junkrat's not awful, but like a Greymane wouldn't be bad here, actually. It's gonna be on a Malthael. They're gonna take the Malthael. I mean, if they Cho'Gall, like it's not like, oh my god, they have Malthael, they can't play against it. But Malthael is a strong pickup here if the enemy goes into Cho'Gall. Tychus is still an option. I think Greymane is up and available. I don't think it'll be a Cho'Gall, but I would like to be pleasantly wrong. I think this is just going to be Bathroom Bratwurst going for something simple so that way they can win. Is a Nubarak up and available? Yeah, I was going to say, they're just going to go for a simple composition that wins. This is also really chain CC heavy. A Nubarak stun or burrow charge into Impale. You got Rewind level 20. You've got Kerrigan with the Primal Grasp and Impale. You got Brightwing with the Polymorph. You've got decent damage from Tassadar. I actually think it's going to be Sonic Storm build. We often see Psy Storm build on this map. Q build could be an option. I doubt it'll be auto build. God, man, I was laughing so hard from the Spider-Man thing that my cheeks are hurting so bad. God. Chat, you made my cheeks hurt. Stark immediately. Okay, you're wrong. I'm wrong. GG's. Oh, Chad, I can't wait for pizza later. Oh, Chad, I can't wait for pizza. I'm so excited.
My back. Oh, my back.
God dang that timing, dude. Abusive support harassment on the right-hand side. We'll have a Garrosh played by Mai. Red on the Ana. We've got a Maitri, Junkrat, Hopaka with the Malthael, and Bish will be your Imperius. Wrong level 1, homie. Left ham side of the map, looking to not get reverse swept in the upper bracket final. We got Dino on Tassadar, Death Knight, Brightwing, Ultralisk, Kerrigan, Masquerade, and Ubrak, and Hazu Obs to play your Hazu Obs. I mean, your Leoric.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nobody knows how to play with or versus Cho'Gall. Oh, nobody. Oh, okay. Nobody. You heard it here first, chat. Nobody knows how to play with or against a Cho'Gall. Nobody. Nobody in the entire world knows. Hard to go wrong with pizza. If you get Domino's or Papa John's, I think you can go wrong. I do. Those are my least favorites. I really can't stand them. Papa John's is way worse than Domino's. I'd have Domino's over Papa John's, but ugh, no thank you on either of those. Garrosh is Groundbreaker stacks level 1. Sonic Storm, as I mentioned, for the Tassadar, the Cyan Fusion. You'll see the Consuming Flame for Imperius, extra wound timers on Junkrat, combo onto Masquerade, Celestial Charge through the wall, Concussion Mine bops him away, Phase Shift from Brightwing does bolster the HP of Masquerade, an Impale from Kerrigan goes fishing for a little bit of CC to slow down the enemy, and a stab from Imperius. Yo, you get that stab level 1, and I think you actually get a kill there. That's my opinion. Let's start a prediction. Which team will win map number 3? Is it going to be a reverse sweep here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, abusive support harassment, or will Bathroom Bratwurst punch their ticket to the playoffs? Get your gambles in. Winner here. Well, loser here has to play another best of 3. Winner goes to the playoffs. It's as simple as that. It's a best of 1. What's up, CP? Good to see you, bud. It's true. Cho'Gall either wins or loses every game, proving the point. Oh, yeah, there you go. Azawab's Leoric is able to Wraith Walk out of any sort of fateful, fretful, scary damage. Kerrigan finds the Primal Grasp Impale. Celestial Charge in from Imperius. Looks like he's threatened back the enemy, so no further kills. As the Impale from Anub'arak continues to spawn beetles in the top lane. Did go into a Legion of Beetles at level 1. So just Yellow Submarine is just slowly playing in the background. Quietly playing in the background. Sleep Dart connects on to... Nice Biotic Grenade, denying the healing coming in from Brightwing right there. It's a 1.75 window on that one. Death Knight gonna be taken down. A few gems to be dropped, and Masquerade getting pinged by somebody there. Good to see you, CP. I hope the monkeys are doing well. I hope you're nice and cozy, and I appreciate you coming by the stream. Happy Saturday to you, and I wish you all the best. Now I just can't stop thinking about pepperoni pizza, chat. Sorry, my brain. I got pizza brain. But it's not like if the game's ended right now, I'd be able to go get it anyways. They don't open till 11:30, and probably wait a little bit so that they get the ovens hot and stuff. I also got to run to the pet store and get a bag of food for Bandit. Bag of food for Bandit, and might as well stop by like the liquor store or something like that. Grab like a 40 or something for today. It's supposed to be like 40 some degrees Fahrenheit, and I live. For those of you who don't know, I live up in the mountains, so I live at a higher elevation. So there's that radiant temperature from the sun is hotter because you're closer to the sun. I live at 6,000 elevation feet, which is just under 1,900 meters, I think. It's about 2K meters. I'm about 6K elevation feet. There's some differences there, but roughly. So like 40 some degrees, like 48 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 10 Celsius, a little less. If you're in the sun, like I'll probably walk Bandit in a t-shirt, or I'll probably walk Bandit in athletic shorts and a thin sweater. And I'll probably be sweating for that walk. Brightwing will go down. I'm really excited because it's warm outside, so it's just nice to take Bandit for a walk when it's warm and not snowing. You got Pokemon Go earlier today, a global event, and got 2 legendaries from it. Dude, congratulations. Nicely done. Four Celsius. 40 degrees. It's about 48 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 8 or 9 Celsius, which is very warm. Blue Webweavers will descend. Garrosh gets a nice Ultralisk Ravage to some minions, but no! Oh, wait, hold on a second. No, they don't get the counter kill into my try. Oh, look at that. People sharing Pokemon codes. I love to see it. You love to see it. If my mod Kalis was in chat, he'd probably share his as well. I know he does a lot of Pokemon Go as well. Mai is getting low on Garrosh. Pops the Indomitable. The Burrow Charge from Anub'arak will connect. Honest, Ren is doing so much healing. It's just not enough, and Garrosh does go down. That is 10 gems, by the way, lost as well. 10 gems will be dropped. Alpaca pushes up top lane. Garrosh dead for 11. Excuse me. And actually, that was the first kill that Bathroom Bratwurst got on this map. It's 5-1 in kills. Let's cycle through the other numbers because the 10 talent here is about to pop up at the top of your screen. So let's, at the bottom, showcase the damage, healing, and experience thus far in map number 3 in what I like to call a best of 1 at this point, because winner, as I said, goes to the playoffs. Loser has to play another best of 3 coming up next in the lower bracket final. All right. You're probably right, Baha. I'm always right. I'm always right unless I am slightly incorrect. Then I'm just slightly incorrect. Decimate Garrosh. There's a Phase Shift from Brightwing. But here comes a big Celestial Charge from Imperius. The Soothing Mist activated by Death Knight as we have a Primal Grasp Impale. There's a Wrath of Angiris. Big ol' Sky Suplex, and Brightwing will be slam jammed and taken down. 6th kill over to the side of abusive support harassment. And Decimate, Nano Boost, Wrath of Angiris, or the Sky Suplex as I like to call it. It's a Tormented Souls Malthael and a Riptire Junkrat. On the opposing side, Anubrak's dead before he can oh no, that's 17 gems. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 gems just going down the drain. That's a rough go for Masquerade. As he does have the Cocoon Blink Heal for the Brightwing, we've got a Entomb Leoric, Ultralisk summoned by the Kerrigan right here from Ultralisk. Phase Shift from Brightwing comes through in time. There's a Black Hole from the Tassadar at level 10 if he wants to use it, if he can get in position for this. There is really no good angle onto that one. So that'll be Red Webweavers descending, and also keep in mind, Malthael was able to soak up bottom lane and grab the camp. So this is decent wave in bottom. Few Archer minions, wave coming in, and Siege Giants. Monkeys want food? Enjoy feeding the monkeys. When you go apartment, I use it as a metric. Poke-Gym proximity. Riptire from Junkrat. There's a Nano Boost onto Imperious. Dino throws out the Black Hole, and that's, I mean, it does that. Even if he had Archon, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, he had Archon, he'd live. He throws out the Black Hole, it finds no value, and this is Red Webweaver's gonna find tons of value. Bottom lane Fort goes down. Mid lane Fort should be saved. Wrath of Angiris connecting immediately onto this Kerrigan. Vidoc Grenade goes out. Toss from the Garrosh gets the kill, or at least sets up the kill for Ana. Top lane Fort goes down, and man, oh man, Abusive Support Harassment are looking dominant in game number 3. They want this win. They want to show that Bathorb and Bratwurst are not the top contender in this playoff bracket A. See, I can't do Pokemon Go because one, I have to watch out for coyotes and bears. And it's whenever I go on a walk, I like to not be on my phone as much as possible. Like when I go for a walk, like that is my. I'll take my phone with me in case I need to like call someone or something, but I rarely look at my phone when I go for a walk, just because like at least for me that's the whole purpose of going on it. Looking at the mountains, enjoying the nature. Checking out the ravens that have ripped through people's trash and are throwing litter all over the street, because that does happen. Nubrak throws an Impale. Indomitable is going to be met. Tassadar, whoa, that's a weird lock against the wall, but an ally toss gets the Malthael out of a precariously bad situation. We have the Boston top lane pushing out of the keep front gate. The available turn-in Masquerade is going to pop his Carapace really quickly. Riptire from Junkrat zones, and I think it's going to be used on this mid lane Fort in the wave. Oh no, he's going to go fishing for some damage. Flop. Wrath of Angiris, the Sky Suplex picks up a Tassadar. Garrosh Ground Break. Goodbye, Tassadar. The Red Webweavers will descend as well. Groundbreaker onto Hazuabs, but he'll break any sort of CC or deny any sort of CC with that Wraith Walk. Little Blink Heal from Death Knight. Kerrigan ravages through top. She's actually not done with her Sharpened Blades level 4. 58 out of 75 stacks on that one. 75? Yeah, 75. 10 to 1 in kills. Kerrigan looking for the flank, but that'll be scouted out by Hopaka. No, he didn't see. Ultralisk holds the corner. There's the flank onto Ren, the beautiful flank, and Ubrak burrows in as well. A wonderful flank from Ultralisk, but Hazuabs is isolated. He goes down. It's a trade right now. Granted, Hazuabs can cheat death and steal, or and respawn in the battleground. Masquerade will go down. Uh-oh. The flank was not as exciting as I thought. Outside is overrated. I love being outside. Well, when it's nice and cozy and warm. I don't mind being out in a snowstorm and stuff, but I don't want to be out there for hours. Man, I can't believe we're getting like 4 feet of snow over 4 days. That's insane for March. That's super duper insane for late February, early March for us. Like, we call that a Magic March, and it's looking like it's gonna be. Miracle March, Magic March, however you want to call it. So many different terminologies for the same thing. 16 talent here. Garrosh is going to be turned into a squirrel as he was looking for a ground breaker there. Does land it onto a few. There's an Entomb from Leorc. No buried alive. There's Riptire from Junkrat coming out right now, chasing on a few enemies. The Impale from Manubarak is going to be thrown out. And Riptire is going to be cleared or destroyed before it actually explodes. So Kaimo, welcome back. How was the lunch? How was the oil change? Blue Webweavers snuck by an Ultralist turn-in on the north side of our screen right there. How do they want to play this? What's the game plan from abusive support harassment? Are they just going to clear? Yeah, they'll push. Clear up top since it's the furthest descent of the Webweaver. Nice check into the bush from a sleep dart of Ana, just in case there's any sort of shenanigans. But yeah, either way, Hazuab shows bottom. The enemy team shows mostly in mid. Kerrigan might show in top in a moment here. Hope you get the snow. Turns out to be 10 feet. I just don't want any trees to fall down. That's my biggest concern. I don't mind getting 4 feet of snow, but that's a lot of snow really quickly, and I always get worried that the trees are... That's when trees can get pushed over from just that much amount of snow being being put out. Anyways, Entomb from Leorc, we've got Garrosh is surviving for the time being. Masquerade is still very low. Cocoon onto the Tormented Souls Malthael. Brightwing's the one to go down first. Hazuab's trying to back away. It seems like Bathorb and Bratwurst, they will retreat with Masquerade around 200-something HP. The bottom lane Webweaver will confirm the fort. I don't think they can make the rotation quick enough. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be able to enjoy the snow outside of snow blowing and stuff. It's not like I can go skiing right now. Not like I can get up on the mountain, but it will be nice. My family's gonna come visit mid-March, so they'll be able to enjoy a nice bolster of snow. So it'll be nice for them. I'm actually really hoping we get this massive snowstorm right before they come, and then we just start transitioning into our spring weather here. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, respawns have been had. Sound of active reload. Yeah, it is actually a really good audio design. Active reload for Ana, such a that. All right, Webweavers could be summoned by our red squad. They're gonna find Hopaka here. Good kill. Garrosh picks up the gems. Gets the Groundbreaker away. That's a big pickup onto the Malthael kill, and there's no level 20, so he can't buy back or anything like that. Top lane, Fort will fall. Imperious does not have the turn-in. Who's got the gems? Is it Garrosh? It's Garrosh. Okay, literally Garrosh. Kerrigan starts boss. When Webweavers will be summoned, that boss is going to show, but there's no Malthael for 37 seconds. I don't think you invade this. Bottom lane, very, very healthy. Mid lane actually going to be pushed up. So, yeah, they know, like, they literally know, because you can see on the mini-map that there's this boss camp, not what's the word? The boss camp didn't disappear when the Webweavers were summoned. As you can see that these camps over here, the icons are completely gone, regardless of whether or not they're grabbed. So, one of those things. Bottom lane Webweaver will descend pretty much onto the keep here. Leorc is doing his best to manage things for the time being. Kerrigan, she sees the wave. I don't know if she showed there, but they're afraid of she wanted to go maybe for a deep flank setup again, but looks like the hearts are coming out. Boss will be cleared out on top, and this Webweaver phase pushes things in, and I think that's about it. What's up, Bimpy? How you doing? Ow. God, man. A little bit of later day pain today. Oh, not pain, just discomfort. Just discomfort. I'm applying our lack of moisture to us, so maybe you don't need as much. We'll see how the storm turns out, man. I mean, it still is about well, it's not actually that far away. The storm is like 5 days out, and usually the application I have 5 days out, and as we get closer, it usually dials in even better and better. Very good, really good weather application, the Weather Underground. Webweaver in top lane is going to expire. Kerrigan clears that out, and Dominable activated by the Garrosh here. Hey, what's up, Mr. I'm Stuck? Oh, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. We're trying to take small steps forward every day for positive recovery, and it's gonna take some time, but we're, knock on wood, fingers crossed, slowly but surely getting there. Another deep flank set up. There's the danger pings. They're cognizant of that Kerrigan being gone on the map right now. Looks like Ana's playing around the steel trap a little bit here. Mid lane keep is below 50%. Bottom lane keep around 50%. Let's say that. Decimate Garrosh. He's got the Deadly Calm, level 20, Nano Infusion, Impervious. We have the Cannonballs on our Junkrat, and Malthael has the buyback that no one can stop death. Garrosh is going to be in a really rough spot here. He throws the Anubarak away. The Wrath of Angiris will trade tank for tank. A lot of gems being dropped right there. Tormented Souls Malthael trying to chase on into Hazuabs and getting some nano boosted value. Riptire from Junkrat connecting onto a field. The Celestial Charge from Bish almost takes down Death Knight. Actually, Malthael's the one to do so. Dino now trying to back away. Malthael traded. Malthael buys back, so he can't die for the next 3 minutes. So Malthael can't die until about 17, 18, 19, 20 minutes in game time. Sorry, I can't do math all of a sudden. Gotta count on my fingers here. Mid-keep will fall. They're not looking to end here. No Webweaver summon availability. Boss up in 2.5 minutes, or 2 minutes 16. You found a band you really like? You really enjoy? Nice. They don't. You mean they don't just have one good song that Spotify gave you, and then you go to listen to all the rest of the music, and it's like, why does none of this sound like the rest of this, or that one good song? Why is all this so different? There's actually a band that I discovered, and it was exactly that case. They had one really, really good song, and then I listened to some others, and I was like, why does this one, like, what the one song that I listened to is completely a different genre than the rest of their actual bass music? Weird. Anyways, Force Barrier, Sonic Shift, Buried Alive, Speedy Dragon, and Rewind. 5 to 17 in kills, and the members of, Abusive Support Harassment, I'd say they're playing this methodically. They're playing it slowly, safely, and trying to just chip away at Bathorb and Bratwurst. Bathorb and Bratwurst, they will have about half, no, more than half of the gems necessary. 39 out of the 60 turned in, 2 in the pockets currently. Which band? I'd have to look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have the song added to a playlist. I literally, I can hear the song in my head. I can picture the music video. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'll have to look after this game while we're getting ready for the lower bracket final coming up next. If I forget, please remind me. Hounds of Hell. Oh, nice. All right, neither team for a turn-in. Boss up in 30 seconds. The throw pit is soon to be available. Some cannonballs. Sleep Dart goes fishing. Malthael jumps in here. He's got the Tormented Souls. He doesn't have buyback. He's going to get the Nano Boost with the Nano Infusion. Garrosh inside that cocoon, and the Nano Infusion expires. A Riptire from Junkrat. They're looking at Imperious over here. You hate finding a band that doesn't... Oh, Entomb Buried Alive! Is this the turning moment? Malthael, 80-second death timer. He's pretty close to getting the buyback off a cooldown, so he will be able to reactivate that in a second here. My try goes down to the right-hand side. This is falling apart! It's all falling apart, but, like... I don't know. Is this game ending? Maybe they go boss and try and pick up Webweavers? No Entomb. Not for 20. Garrosh over here doing Garrosh things. Over here, we have Ren dead. Yeah, okay. Garrosh is still over here, dude. Brightwing's gonna delay him out from trying to Hearth. What if I thought Garrosh was just gonna start hitting the core? I honestly did. He gets the mount. He's out of there. A Brightwing Speedy Dragon can't chase. Masquerade starts the boss, and I mean, there's no contest. There's no way. Garrosh, 12 gems. Yeah, not even close. But here's actually Bathorb and Bratwurst actually just picked up enough gems for a turn-in. Good self-cleanse. Anubarak is not going to get... Well, he gets one form of CC. There's the second. That is an 80-second death timer for Malthael. And a dead Garrosh. He gets the Indomitable. Big force wall from Dino. Wrath of Angiris will pick up Anubarak, and he's like, cool, I was going that way anyways. Boss is not going to be worked on any further. And have Bathrobe and Bratwurst turn the turn of tables. Oh my god, Junkrat goes down. I actually just found out today that Job for a Cowboy, like, literally just released a new album. It's been, like, 10 years since they released an album. Like, I think Sun Eater came out, like, in 2014 or something. And they just came out with Moon Healer. I listened to some of it. It's very generic death metal-y, though. That is the one bummer that I found that I kind of ran into with Job for a Cowboy. Their first album, In 2 Minute Machine, was amazing, very unique and stuff like that. But oh man, their further albums just got super generic death metal-y for me. It lost that sort of unique sound that they had. If you wanna be upset, chat, look up King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Okay, they have put out like an album a year, but they change their sound every album. They have an album called Infest the Rat's Nest. It's amazing. It's a good thrash album. And then after that, they put out like the album before that was like Fishes Fishing, and it's completely different sounds. Like one of them would be like something you play for a kid, and one of them's like a thrash metal show. They just put out like a power metal album. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, that is a band that there is an album for you. They also have a double drummer setup. It's kind of interesting. So anyways, boss in top lane is gonna collide onto this core after taking down the keep. The Web Weaver cleared out. Core is gonna take some damage, but it looks like map number 3 in this best of 3 series is gonna continue. Looks like we continue with structures opening up, Web Weaver phase expiring. Is there an available turn-in? 1920, no, no, there's like a quarter of a turn-in right now available in the pockets of Bathroom Bratwurst. Get the bottom lane Siege Giants, Garrosh checking. And he's like, all right, I gotta get out of here. They just got a camp, I'm assuming they're around. Win conditions set up on both sides, 63%. Remains on this core. Granted, there is some good shielding in there as well, so we'll see. Good chunk of HP and shielding. Actually, what is it? What's the breakdown on that? So it's 13,807 HP plus, if it gets to it, 11,000 shields, 11,000 points of shields. 77 to 33. Actually, what's this on this side? 6. So it's about 3,000 difference in core HP. About 3,000. And then there's points of shielding and stuff. But the points of shielding are exactly the same. Yeah, it's about 16,700 to 13,800, so less than 3K. We've made it to the mid-game of Tomb of the Spider Queen. Yeah, that's true. Force Barrier, Force Wall activated by Tassadar. Impale from a new Barak finds Holpaka. Actually, let's check Holpaka. How's his buyback? He does have it. No one can stop death from Malthael is up and available. Bish is on this left-hand side looking for an angle onto an enemy. Doesn't land the Celestial Charge onto Hazuabs, who does answer back with a Drain Hope and some Frag Launcher, Cannonball, Spread Volley. Grenades do go out from Junkrat. Tension mounting. Boss up in 2 minutes. That's going to be at the 27 plus mark in game. Let's see. That's 47 and rising gems out of 65 on the right-hand side, so still a ways to go for a Web Weaver turn on either team. Top lane. Oh, Wrath of Angiers goes fishing. Can't find anything. There's an Entomb. Ally Toss gets him out of there. Heroics traded. Hazuab's able to Wraith Walk out, getting hit with a Biter Grenade as well. Hopaka with the Nano Boost and the Tormented Souls. Masquerade is going to get hit with a bunch of balls to the mandibles, and that is going to be a chase still from Hopaka. Gets the mark onto Ultralisk here. Is there going to be a Chrysalis? Is there going to be enough CC to take down Hopaka? Chrysalis is going to be activated. Psynix shift out. Leoric is doing his best to Wraith Walk out of here. Malthael has respawned, and he's going to go take care of the top lane wave that's approaching onto their core. And what's the game plan now? Push out waves. Boss still in 1 minute, 16 seconds. Still a ways to go. Shielding dropped on this bad boy. Not at all, actually. No. Shielding didn't hit at all from catapults. What is, speaking of catapults, let's get a spawning one here. Catapults are dealing 1,136 damage into structures and have 1,660 HP. That's around an Abathur. It's less than an Abathur this late in the game. Psystorm checks the bush. Garrosh steps out. 11 seconds to go on a Nubrex respawn. And Tassadar is able to use his Shadow Walk from level 13 to be able to get away and break any sort of vision from use of support harassment. Turn-in happens. Turn-in's here. Who's got the last one? Who got it? Junkrat, let's go. My try gets the turn in, uninterrupted. Top lane Webweavers are going to descend pretty far into the lane. But there is a keep to defend, so there's that barrier. Ooh, wait a second. All heroics available. Garrosh with the flank, turned into a pig. Force Wall creates a bit of space. We have a burrow in from a Nubarak Celestial Charge to be the answer. Riptide from Junkrat going to be pushed back by the Black Hole of Tassadar. Meanwhile, the Kerrigan flank is coming through, but it's not going to be as successful in the past as Leorc is also going to be going down. Junkrat finds the double kill. And now Celestial Charge to the side of Dino, but he is going to spray and die. That is going to be map number 3 over to the side of Abusive Support Harassment. They took 27 minutes to do it, but I don't blame them. They played this slow, they played this safe, they played this smart. And this will be Abusive Support Harassment punching their ticket to the playoffs next weekend. They get to sit back while the members of Bathroom Bratwurst drop down to the lower bracket final coming up next and will have to fight one more best of 3 to make their way into the playoffs. If they lose this upcoming best of 3, that's the end of their tournament life and tournament run. GG well played from Good Guy Hazuabs, and that will be map number 3, reverse swept by the side of Abusive Support Harassment. GG, well played. Malthiel's self-unstoppable with the cocoon. He did that a couple times. He did that like a couple times in that game, actually. And with that, we're 19 subs away from our sub goal. If you're feeling generous today, chat, we've had some great games, but we're going to get ready for the final best of 3 of the day coming up next. Of course, before we do that, we'll go ahead and run some ads. We'll get through all of that BS and crap that gets in the way of our amazing content. And then we'll get into the next best of 3. Fun game so far today. Nice 5.5 hour stream already. Could be another hour and a half of stream. Could be another hour. Could be less. Depends on how quick the next best of 3 goes.